All right. Let's do this before the sun goes down. Um, we're gonna talk about the Mars-Pluto conjunction that's happening this week. It is a major transit. It has a very collective influence because of Pluto. Pluto is a generational planet, and generational planets always involve humanity, basically big crowds, masses, right? um, but of course, this has an impact on everyone on a personal level too. And I've been trying to think about it. It's kind of a crazy energy. Pluto and Mars. These are all very intense energies, very powerful, very strong, very, kind of feisty. But at the same time, these are all about our desires in life. Pluto is related to your soul's desires, and Mars is more on a 3D level, more physical desires. So opposition is a conversation of tension. This means that we are all feeling some sort of tension, or even getting into some tense interactions with people around us in our communities or in our society we live in. Why? Because Pluto in Aquarius means that Aquarius is other people, our groups, connections, networks. And Pluto is here. It went into Aquarius last year, and it's been trying to transform the society. It actually started transforming the society or humankind in general, actually. And it's gonna go until 2043. So we have another 18 years of this energy. And what is Mars doing? Mars has just retrograded back to Cancer, showed us our wounds, childhood wounds, and what needs to be seen in terms of like emotional needs and what needs haven't been met when we were kids. So it is now back in the sign of Leo. It is now ready to express that with that renewal energy of like, okay, this is who I am. This is what I need to express. These are my emotional needs. So it is time to rediscover your self-expression in a way. But it's also getting this opposition from Pluto, from Aquarius. This is also asking us, how do you need to update yourself in the community, in this changing world, in this humanity, right? One way it might show up in your personal lives is that, especially if you're Aquarius rising, Taurus rising, Scorpio rising, and Leo rising, this is going to be that much more prominent for you. This is going to question your authenticity, right? Aquarius is all those people who are authentic, who are different, misfits, outsiders, genius people, weirdos, quirky people, all the interesting people for us, obviously. But what is Leo? Leo is the popular people. It's the people who are already famous people. And when you look at famous people, what do you see? Famous people are actually, when you think about it, boring. There are a lot of uneducated famous people. There are a lot of stupid billionaires or millionaires in the world, or people who are on Instagram with hundreds of thousands of followers, if not millions. And what happened? Obviously, we made them famous. The society made them famous. We need famous people, but this is now changing. And now on our personal charts, this is now showing us that, okay, all the things you desire as a Leo, as a self-expression, is still based on, those ideas of what popular is. Oh, this is what pretty is. This is what successful is. This is what, interesting. No, these are all being redefined. Pluto just went into Aquarius. This is something we're just experiencing now for the first time ever. This is still new energy, baby steps. But most of us, especially conscious people, especially people who are intuitive, starseeds, we've been feeling this. We're not satisfied with whatever is popular out there, right? We don't find those people who are popular right now in power interesting. So what is interesting is to us is the weirdos, it's the outsiders, it's the people who are like us. This is important. Why? Because when at the end of this transit in 2043, the society is going to change completely, and people who are outsiders are going to be more powerful, they're going to be more strong, because we are all now feeling that, this is not interesting for us. Whatever is on TV, whatever is popular right now is actually very boring. So it is calling us to redefine what popular is. And one of those things we need to consider right now is that, how do you contribute to this? Meaning, who do you make popular? Any kind of follow, any kind of like, these are all contributing to that person being popular. If you're done with this, you should be done also following these people who are not interesting to you. But we all have this, right? Because this is our imprint right now as collective, with Pluto, Leo generation, it started, 50s, 40s, 50s, when they came into power, they created what? Hollywood. Hollywood is a Pluto Leo concept. But when you look at Hollywood, is it really interesting? Question mark. Is it big? Yes. Is it popular? Yes. Is it interesting to everyone? Not really. So it is that kind of thing that we need to question, like, how do you contribute to this? And how are you being a part of this? Like, by wanting to be normal, right? By wanting to be beautiful in the, beauty standards, whatever it is. You are contributing to this, and it is time we redefine, what is popular, what is beautiful, what is successful, what is interesting, what is entertaining to us. For people like me, like astrology is interesting, human design is interesting, breathwork is interesting, drinking cacao instead of alcohol is interesting. All these things we need to now embody, and we need to embrace. And we need to be actually proud of too, because all of these intuitive people, conscious people, aware people are feeling it. We're feeling that, okay, the old world is done. This is not popular anymore for us. But we don't have any of these people who are in power. Instagram is really helping this because it's a social platform, obviously, or any kind of social media. TikTok is also helping this. Why? Because we are seeing now all those weirdos all around the world being themselves and gathering a following. This is very huge. This is very big. So how do you show up in world, and how do you need to update what is interesting to you, and your self-expression, your creativity, the way you look, right? Leo is all about being flashy and look at me, getting attention, drawing attention. How do you do that? Can you be more authentic with that? Can you be more of yourself? Can you be more of a weirdo? Can you embrace those parts of you that made you not popular before, because they're about to make you very much popular now? And that's what the world needs. Why? Because at the end of this transit, again, when society is more powerful, we're going to start building communities. And these communities are going to be based on inclusivity, regardless of where you come from, who you are, your gender expression, anything, right? So we need to understand that these are all okay. These are all acceptable to be able to create these communities that we crave. Really, all of us are craving to be accepted, understood. This is a crazy energy. Like I said, you might be feeling this on a soul level, or on a creative level, right? Like, how do I need to express myself? What do I need to create for myself, but also for humanity? And this is the beginning of this transit still, and Pluto works on a soul level. So this might not be affecting you in a 3D world, in a material world, but just by thinking, just by believing, just by showing up as yourself a little bit more every day, you're contributing to this change. I hope this brings you some level of understanding of this energy, and it makes you question your uniqueness, your authenticity, and I hope it brings you lots of awareness as to what's happening. Take care, and I'll see you very soon.